Good morning, it's good to see you. I'm in the market this morning in Central Market getting some breakfast, and whenever I walk past this lady there's always a line of people at 6:30, 7 a.m. So I'm going to try her Burbur. Selamat pagi. Nama apa ini? Burbur?
Bubur.
Ya? Berapa harga satu? 10? Enak sekali di sini, Bu?
Enak sekali.
Ya, ya. Banyak orang-orang datang di sini untuk ini, ya. Ya. Dan jam apa mulai?
Jam baru saja.
Baru saja, ya.
Jam 7.
Jam 7. Aha.
Mau?
Ya, ya, mau coba ya.
Mau ya.
Tapi ini
Ya.
Kelapa.
kelapa, oke. Yes, suka pedas ya. Dan ini
Oh, apa dari lu?
Garlic
garlic.
Iya.
Oh, bisa bicara bahasa Inggris?
sedikit.
Sedikit. Di mana belajar bahasa Inggris?
Sekolah.
Ya.
Ini seaweed.
Seaweed?
Rumput
Oke,
laut.
coba.
Ini
Telur.
Ya.
Ya.
Ini ya.
Oke. Dan selesai jam apa?
Jam 9.
9.
Iya. Jam 9.
Dan tidur.
Prepare lagi.
Makasih.
Terima kasih.
Have a good day,
Have a
yeah.
nice day.
Thank you. I've plopped myself down on the corner of Jalan, Raya and Jalan, Monkey Forest Road, and I'm going to have my Burbur, which I think for me is probably my favourite dish in Bali at the moment, to be honest. The other thing you get used to pretty quickly as well when you're forced into it is you get to use your hands. I know a lot of people don't like using their hands. They find it unsanitary or whatever, but I don't mind. I don't mind. It's a bit of a fine art though. You have to sort of, it takes a little bit of learning. And obviously I'm not very graceful at the moment. I think other people use a different technique. I've got to work on my technique a bit. But this Burbur, one thing I find about this Burbur is varying degrees of sweetness, spiciness, and the garlic. This lady, I think the secret to her success is, thank you, makasih banyak Pak, ya. Yeah, please, silakan. The secret to her success is she loads it up with a bit of garlic, so once you get that sweetness of the coconut, that sort of garlic just steamrolls over the top, and it's really good. It's really nice and perfect temperature to eat as well, nice and warm. Do you eat with your hands much? Or you're more of a knife and fork, spoon kind of person? I think the most difficult part about eating with your hands on the street, of course, is when you've got sort of sticky stuff like Burbur. It can be a bit of a pain to wash them at the end. One of the things I've noticed is when sitting on the pavement eating local food with your hands, you get nods of respect from the older people, the older Balinese as they walk past. I've had a couple of people go past this morning and sort of nod and say bagus, and they really like it when you try. I'm not entirely sure whether it's wishful thinking or whatever, but I see a lot of the buildings reverting back to this thatch style roofing, whereas once there was all this steel and glass construction going on, and maybe it is just wishful thinking, but these guys here are renewing the thatch here. Selamat pagi. Permisi, maaf, berapa harga satu ini?
Ini?
Yeah.
Ini 25.
25?
Yeah.
25,000 for one, yeah? Yang besar, yo banyak. Oh, berapa untuk ini? Mungkin semua, all of them, yeah.
Yeah.
So how many is there? There's
100, 1,000 pieces, I think, for the all.
1,000 pieces.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah, sure, lot.
Yeah.
Because not will food not like this.
No.
This is a fish to heat.
Uh-huh.
I want fish just around 10 centimeter.
Between.
This around 20 centimeter.
Oh, so you're gonna make
Double.
it closer.
Exactly.
Because the hujan.
Because the rain, the full rain Tidak, niki nu nang niki wonten. Nggih, niki penek lulu pang kertas iki. Lak ati ya. Nggih. Kertas. Nggih, kertas kan nyun. Mau kertas.
So, and bikin di mana? Where do you make this?
In the Bunutan village.
Bulutan village.
Yeah, exactly.
Di mana Bulutan village? Jauh?
Around 7 kilometer.
And orang-orang di sana tinggal di sana semua make this, ya?
Yeah, the more.
That's
the more make the grass rope. Yeah.
And just one job today, just this one today. How long? Berapa lama untuk
Just
ini?
1 day.
1 day.
Yeah, enough.
Siapa nama anda, Pak?
Made Kopi.
Made Kopi.
Right.
Nama saya Wayne, Made Kopi.
Where are you from?
Australia.
Australia. Melbourne or Sydney?
Perth.
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 Oh, nice to meet you.
You too. Thank you so much for
You're
stopping and
welcome.
talking with me, Made.
Next time.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah.
Good luck with the job.
Yeah.
Have a nice day.
Thank you.
So there's a village, it's very much like that, isn't it? There's very much a village that specialises in a particular craft or art, and they're known for it. I'll tell a story about a village in Lombok. It was just before the opening of the international airport. I was living in Kuta, southern Lombok, and all the dignitaries went out the day before of the official opening just to make sure everything was in place and everything was, I should say officials went out to make sure everything was ready for the grand opening. And they've gone out there, and the lights that screw in down the runway, every single one of them on this, I guess it's a kilometre or two of runway, is it, had been removed. Someone had come in overnight and taken all the lights off the runway of the new international airport that was about to be ceremonially opened the following day. But there was a village that was known for its light-fingeredness. So they went to this village, I think it was about 5 or 8 kilometres from the airport, and found these lights. They walked into someone's home, and the entire building, the entire house, every single room to the roof was filled with the international runway lights, you know. So yeah, certain areas certain areas of Indonesia, or particularly Bali, get known for what they do. Sometimes not for the best reasons. I need to pick up some bananas as well, and this is my banana lady. Selamat pagi, apa kabar? Maaf, saya lupa nama.
Ya.
Saya lupa nama. Kamu nama?
Wayan.
Wayan.
Tadi dia mau kabar.
They're a little bit small at the moment. The must be off season. Is it off season for bananas? The yellow ones are the ones I normally get are just a bit smaller. It doesn't seem to matter what size bananas I get and how many of them, and it's just 10,000, 10,000, 10,000. Makasih Wayan. Oh.
Makasih Tuan. Makasih Tuan.
5,000 dropped on the lady. The lady was bent over sort of sorting out her produce, and 5,000 dropped on her bottom, and my initial reflex was to grab it, so I didn't touch it. Okay, and we push on. As always, I'm not sure where we're going and what we're doing. We're just hoping to bump into a few people who have got a bit of time and a bit of interest in having a chat. I feel good today. I feel really good, feel really energetic, and really quite engaged in life, which is good. I don't know whether you notice when you're walking around Bali and Indonesia in general, you see it, particularly women for some reason, with sort of a lump around their neck, and I'm not sure whether it's a goiter or what it is, but it seems to be a bit of a problem. I notice it everywhere, and I'm just wondering if anyone knows what it is. What's the condition that these ladies seem to have? That it seems to appear in older ladies, much older ladies, and I don't know whether it's just something that grows over the lifetime when untreated. But is it a goiter? What is that? Can anyone tell me? I've been feeling pretty restless lately, so I've decided I'm going to take a quick trip, a flying visit to Gili in a few days. There may be someone coming with me as well, but that depends. But I'm certainly going, just for a couple of nights, just to, I don't know, get down to Padang Bai again and get on the boats and get on the water and go and have a look. Gili is probably my favourite little island in the area, and I'm really excited about it. But I found another door. It's becoming our daily door piece, isn't it? The dancers again. Many of the doors I notice use the colours gold and red to good effect, it has to be said. It sort of, the images sort of punch off the page, if you will. They pop a little bit when it's gold on red. But yeah, I think what it does show you is how relatively wealthy Ubud is. You find a lot more temples in the backyards, you find very elaborate doors, a lot of people have cars. So the tourism industry has been very, very good to Ubud. I'd say that's a local school. I thought it might have been a military school. I had the really, really good fortune the other day to get an email from Adam. I'd contacted him and suggested that I go down and see him in Sanur. He went one better and said, why don't I come up and see you in Ubud? So Adam from Sanur Diaries, thanks mate for coming along.
G'day, how you going?
I have been really intrigued by Adam and wanted to know a lot about him because I followed him well before I sort of started vlogging from Ubud. So I kind of want to know his story. What are you doing in Bali, Adam? Why did you come here?
Well, it's a bit of a funny story because I'm married to an Indonesian, and I lived in Java for a very long time in the city of Bandung. So I moved there in 2011 to basically to learn Indonesian. So I went to Java, learned Indonesian, and I lived in Java for a very long time. Not much interaction with the rest of the world, and I got my language skills up and really I became an Indonesia lover, really. But over the past couple of years, it became a little bit difficult for me to live in Java. I mean, I was just getting sick of the traffic mainly. The traffic was the big thing for me. So I decided to come and have a look at Bali. I mean, I'd already visited Bali a lot, so I already know a lot about it. I've been visiting Bali for over 20 years. So I thought, I'm just going to move to Bali. And when I got here, I sort of had a bit of a look around at what sort of places were the places that I enjoyed or didn't enjoy, and one of the priorities for me was to avoid traffic. And so I settled on Sanur basically because Sanur doesn't have the traffic, has a really relaxed lifestyle there, and you know, it's close to all the amenities as well. So that's sort of where I don't know, I sort of enjoyed the relaxed lifestyle, and it had the beachfront path, which is amazing down there, where I can go jogging and that sort of stuff. And yeah, here we are.
Do you see yourself here in 5 years? Is this a long-term proposition?
Well, probably, yeah. I mean, I'm married to an Indonesian for starters, so that sort of gives me ties to Indonesia. And although I do go back to Australia a lot, I mean, I love Bali. There's a lot to love about this place. And of course, it's got its challenges, but if we're all sort of pitching in to make things better, I mean, it's a great place to live. And I like sort of the positivity of it as well. There's a lot of very positive people here, and if you sort of strip it back and get rid of all that noise that you sometimes hear from some of the old school people who are a bit grumpy, this place is a very positive place to live. I love it.
I think Adam's understanding of food and the restaurants and warongs in Sanur is better than anybody's. Well, it is. I'm quite comfortable to say that Adam knows the food scene in Sanur better than anyone else, because that's exactly what he does. Sanur Diaries, if you need any information at all about where to eat in Sanur, what can we expect from the channel in the future, Adam?
Well, of course, we're going to sort of continue with the reviews and the food and the accommodation and having a stroll around the place, but I'm going to get more into what it's really like to go and move to Bali, a bit more about my story, a bit more about my background, because there's a lot there that I haven't really spoken too much about that I really need to share with people, because there's some really interesting snippets of information there that people are going to find really useful.
Selamat pagi, Putu.
Apa kabar?
Baik-baik, kamu?
Ya,
Good to see you.
Ya.
Sibuk?
Tidak, sekarang tidak sibuk.
Ya,
Ya.
sedikit sepi ya.
Ya, sedikit sepi.
Haha.
Sudah makan pagi?
Ya, pagi ini ya saya punya bubur.
Oh, bagus,
ya,
bagus ya.
Ya, enak
Sabu
sekali ya.
bubur, ya.
Ya. Dan makan mana hari ini, wah?
Enggak, baru tadi cari barang.
Oh ya.
Ya,
oke,
ya.
oke.
Ya, oke.
Terima kasih.
Yuk.
See you, Putu.
Ya.
One of the things I really like about, living locally for a long time is you develop these relationships. Putu and I sort of say hello in just sort of small chit chat most days, and it's just nice. It makes it feel familiar, makes you feel welcome. Yeah, I really like it.
Halo.
Selamat pagi, Yuday. Apa kabar?
Baik, baik.
Makan
Ya, untuk siang.
banyak.
Untuk siang.
Di mana? Mau ke mana?
Tidak masak.
Oh ya? Di sini no?
Di Bisma, Jalan Bisma.
Jalan Bisma.
Ya.
Oh ya.
Sudah pernah ke sana?
Apa?
Sudah pernah ke Bisma?
Oh, so ya saya pergi di Forrest sudah ya.
Iya.
Untuk nyepi di sini quiet?
Koyot.
Sepi di sini ya?
Masih di sini nyepi.
No.
Oh no.
No, 17 saya pergi 17.
Kemana?
So saya pergi pulang di Australia
kampung.
untuk 1 minggu, mungkin 10 hari.
Go home.
Ya, go home. Then saya pergi Sumatera dan kembali di sini.
Ya, holiday every day.
Woi, bekerja. Bekerja. But so mati lampu di sini.
Ya, nyepi.
Nyepi ya.
Sebelum nyepi malam ini, besoknya nyepi, di malamnya itu ada araan ogoh-ogoh. You know?
Ya, ogoh-ogoh. Ya.
ogoh-ogoh.
Oke, Yuday.
Ya.
Makasih banyak.
Bye-bye.
That's Yuday. Always lovely for a chat in the mornings. The same thing again, you know. That's the building of relationships. It's really nice, isn't it? When you spend extended periods of time in places, you develop those relationships, and even though it's only small chit chat, and it's quite, you know, it's insignificant. Oh, here we go. We're on the end bit. There's a red dot. Even though it's quite insignificant chat and whatever, it's just, you know, just makes you feel welcome, doesn't it? That's about it for this one. Feeling a bit restless. Going to pop over to Gili Islands, either by myself or with someone else that may be coming. As always, thanks for coming along. I hope you're well and happy in life and doing the things you want to do. All right, we'll see you.